Your body can survive 3 weeks without food, 3 days without water. But take away sleep for just 7 days, and your brain begins to destroy itself from the inside. And by day 3, something starts happening that even doctors find disturbing. Stay with me. This isn't a theory. One man actually did it on live television. His doctor watched him lose his mind in real time. And what happened to him should terrify every single person watching this right now. Let's start at the beginning. Day 1 feels completely normal. In fact, you've probably already survived it. But here's what's already breaking inside you 24 hours. You've probably been here an all-nighter, a sick kid, doom scrolling until sunrise. It feels manageable, and that's exactly what makes it dangerous. But here's something most people don't know. Your brain has already started shutting down parts of itself. Which parts? The ones that control your decisions. And your impulse control, your prefrontal cortex, the part that makes you rational, patient, and in control, starts going offline. Your cortisol spikes. Your immune system begins quietly weakening. You feel foggy. You make small mistakes. You snap at people for no reason. You still feel human on day 1. That changes on day 2. Because on day 2, your brain starts doing something terrifying completely without your permission. 48 hours. Your brain is now forcing something called microsleeps. Tiny blackouts have a second to 30 seconds long. Your eyes stay open, but your brain has switched off. You don't feel them. You don't choose them, and if you're driving a car, when one hits, that's enough time to kill you and everyone around you. Emotionally, you're unraveling. Studies show that after 48 hours, people interpret neutral faces as hostile. Your brain is now living in constant fight or flight mode, seeing threats that don't exist. But the worst part, you think you're fine. Everyone at this stage thinks they're functioning normally. That disconnect between perception and reality, it only gets worse. Because on day 3, 72 hours, this is the tipping point, and I want you to picture this. You're standing in your bathroom at 3 a.m., completely alone, and you're absolutely convinced you're a famous football player. That's exactly what happened to Randy Gardner, a 17-year-old who voluntarily stayed awake for 11 days under medical supervision. Day 3, bathroom, football player. But that was just the beginning. The hallucinations aren't vague. They're vivid. People see spiders crawling on the walls. They hear their name being called from empty rooms. They feel insects moving on their skin that aren't there. Your brain is so desperate for REM sleep that it starts forcing dream states into your waking consciousness. You are awake and dreaming at the same time. Now, here's the question you should be asking. If day 3 does this, what does day 5 look like? Because on day 5, the body starts shutting down systems you didn't even know you could lose. Day 4. The hallucinations aren't random anymore. They become paranoid. Subjects begin believing people are out to get them. Some refuse to eat, convinced the food is poisoned. And here's a chilling fact. These aren't people who were unstable before. These are normal, healthy individuals. Sleep deprivation alone did this to their minds. Your kidneys are struggling. Your metabolism collapses. Your body starts burning muscle for fuel because it can't regulate energy properly. Blood sugar becomes unstable, mimicking a pre-diabetic state. Your core temperature drops. Day 5, something new happens. And honestly, this one is the most disturbing thing on this entire list. Speech starts to break apart. Simple sentences fall apart mid-word. Coordination fails. People can't reliably pick up objects. And yet they still believe they're fine. That gap between reality and self-perception is now a canyon. Their brain has lost the ability to accurately assess itself. We're almost at day 7. And I need to warn you, what happens next is where scientists stopped the experiments. Because things were getting too dangerous to continue. Day 6. Basic cognitive tasks are gone. Randy Gardner, by day 10, couldn't count backward from 100. He'd lose his train of thought mid-sentence, mid-word. His doctor, a sleep researcher from Stanford, said it was one of the most disturbing things he had ever witnessed. But here's what really should keep you up at night, pun intended. There is a real disease, a real genetic condition, where people lose the ability to sleep permanently. And they always die, always. It's called fatal familial insomnia, a prion disease that attacks the thalamus, the part of your brain that controls sleep. It begins with insomnia, then panic attacks, then hallucinations, then complete loss of the ability to sleep at all. Patients die within 7 to 18 months, not from any single organ failure, from the sleep deprivation itself. So, what actually kills you? Scientists finally have an answer. And it's not what anyone expected. In animal studies, subjects kept permanently awake died from total systemic collapse, not one organ, all of them. At the same time, 7 days won't kill most people, but the damage to your brain structure, immune system, and hormones. Some studies suggest it never fully repairs. Now, here's the part no one talks about. You're never going to go 7 days without sleep. But millions of people, maybe you are running on 5 hours a night and experiencing a slow motion version of everything I just described: the microsleeps, the paranoia, the immune collapse, the cognitive fog, the hormonal destruction. It's all happening just slower. And your brain, just like the sleep-deprived subjects in those studies, genuinely believes it's fine. Sleep isn't rest, it's maintenance. Every night, your brain literally washes itself, flushing out toxic proteins linked to Alzheimer's disease. Every night you skip it, those proteins build up. That's not a metaphor. That's biology. So the next time you say, "I'll sleep when I'm dead," understand that you're moving the deadline closer than you think. If this changed how you look at sleep, subscribe. Every week, we cover the science of your body, the stuff no one taught you in school. See you in the next one.